Alright, so I haven't done a video in a little while, but this video is just some basic ranting, and I've been noticing some people are coming around and watching, and thank you, I suppose. But yeah, I do this because when I am interested in a topic or wanting to know more, I don't know if it's the algorithms or what, but I tend to not. I get the results are not parallel to what I'm seeking. Like I could say that I want one thing and then it goes to the opposite end of the spectrum of what I just asked for or put in the search engine. So if I'm asking for color blue, I don't want the color red, okay? Very simple. Um, First and foremost, as a female woman, may I say to other female and or women, it depends on which perspective you have. So, but the ones that I'm more speaking to is the ones who perhaps either you're feeling upset or emotional about it, which is definitely comprehensible. And furthermore, what I want to say is because the advice or the videos or what's being offered as far as content, like, to me, of course, I mean, who doesn't like to achieve things or to gain things? However, for me, it's neither here nor there. I'm not a greedy, selfish, materialistic person or woman. And I also like to have nice things. And having nice things in this society comes with a price. And usually that price is currency. And my perspective on currency is neither positive nor negative. It's just rather dismissive, if that makes any sense. Either dismissive or impartial or indifferent, because clearly my perspective and my view is my own, and whether that changes, I truly doubt that it will, because my truth may not be the same for your truth, okay? Or what you consider to be real may not be real to you, or what you consider to value, or what you do value, I may or may not value. So when it comes to currency, I'm indifferent to it, and rather I find it to be insulting. And also furthermore is that okay, so this video is more as a this is an option, and you're not forced to listen to this. And if I offend anyone, that's never my intent. However, being that it's me doing this video and I have a sword for tongue, and I'm not really going to change that, nor will I filter that. And I'm not really going to apologize to you. I just hope, I don't really hope for anything, really, I suppose. If this offends you, then I guess I have no control over that, but okay. And if this helps or, is whatever, then good or great, okay? So my thing is this, is that for these types of women, and these are just the stereotypical and the conceptualized labeling, entitling, which you are not, however, you may be able to identify or relate. So I'm going to say a list of words, and just know that these stereotypical and very biased concepts, I'm speaking to you, and that you can, I would advise, and I mean, it's just a suggestion and a healthy suggestion to detach from these titles, for they are triggers. And not only are they triggers, it's entirely a lie. And yeah, so this is for you. If you have been called these, or relate to, or you are triggered, or whether you were once triggered by these, which would be bust down, thought, slut, whore, bitch, what is it, pick me, or a codependent, clingy, trashy, fast, pretty for a black girl, or something of that, similar to that, or a yellow bone, red bone. Okay. There may be some others that I'm missing, but those are pretty much the the gist of it. So pick me's, desperate, slut, whore, hoe, bust down, yeah, or pretty for black girl, or yellow bone, red bone, and yeah, in the ballpark and realm of that. Anything else that I may have missed, I may perhaps try and gloss over this again and proceed. However, so this video, or this content I'm making for you, because clearly there, in my algorithm, there's nothing really there to explain this now, or to share this perspective. There's not, it's just not there. So now here it is here. This low self-esteem, or this identity, or this modest and more moral, or perhaps you were groomed, or are perhaps struggling or battling with self-worth and things of that nature, or you know clearly that perhaps you know, like, without a shadow of a doubt, like, you don't deserve what you're going through, or the stereotypes that are put there for you are not your character. And I just want to let you know that no, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. And yes, it is very disgusting what these fucking parasites are doing. And you are entirely, you're not delusional. So you may react, like I said, triggered. Either you're triggered, or you're reacting, or it's like, it's when you're evaluating things and then it pisses you off. You're right to be frustrated, and how you choose to channel that is entirely up to you, as it always has been. And I do not offer any suggestions as what to do with that. I think, in my opinion, is that has been the issue, is that the content that's out there will tell you to do something, as in just being narcissistic and becoming the very thing that is the promoter of such a disgusting, and it's beneath you, okay? And you've never been any of those things, or those labels. That's not who you are. It's never who you've been. And the things that you get blamed for are not even anything that you're guilty of. It's called social engineering, if you don't know. It's entirely fucking disgusting, and it's fucking hell. I'll tell you that. It's hell. And the reason why is because I know, just like you that the reason why you're here on my page listening is because there's just not a channel that is providing any type of content that will go on to say anything or even hint at it, because people are talking about things, or other channels, they may have decent content, but they're missing the point when it comes through a value perspective. And value is not only solely dependent upon currency. And that's another thing, is if you truly believe that value is solely dependent upon currency, then you're not only are you a fucking liar, then it's a waste of my energy to even communicate with you, and we have nothing really to speak about, because I don't care to share my energy or my words or anything. My relationship, it's disgusting, and it's an embarrassment. And if that's what it means to be a human, then I'm not. I'm not human at all. And I don't relate to you, and I don't care to relate to you. And it's not that I have any hatred. It's just that at this stage in my life, and for as much as I desire for the betterment of everybody, not just me, okay? But of course, me first. I'm the only one who's doing it from this one here. So this is the vessel that I have, and this is what I'm doing, okay? Is that I'm not here to take down any of that. You guys do whatever you do, and things come and things go. Tides rise and then they fall, and cause and effect. Really, there's consequences, and if you don't believe in karma, fucking okay, believe in whatever you want to believe in, but something for certain is that there is this programming and this grooming and this fucking abuse that's been normalized, and I'm fucking sick of you fucking idiots who go along with this. And you're smart enough to know what the fuck you're doing. You're smart enough to know, and we're not stupid, okay? So for those of you who are triggered by pick me and desperate and bust down and light skin and red bone and yellow bone, you're not going crazy. No, you're not delusional. It's just that we were groomed to have low self-esteem. Many of you were born with, I'll do another video on that as far as your personality type, but many of you were born with actually how what you're dealing with now, or if you're currently going through this, like, okay, first of all, no, it is not normal. It's not normal, okay? And I'm not the genius on as far as the whole etiquette of personality and character, but what I'm saying is there's some things that are pretty simple to distinguish. And no, it is not normal not only to live in denial. No, that's not normal. What's also not normal is to compensate. Okay, so you say time is money. People say time is money, and I'm not going to argue with that. But what I'm saying is that life is very fair, okay, and people are not. And that the things that we value, the things that you value at this current moment are not, majority of people are either dead, they're fucking dead, they're dead but their heart still beats. They're either dead, they're spiritually dead, they don't have a fucking soul, or they're just fucking, they're paid off. So it's a whole bunch of reasons as to why. And people who are silent about it, or they go along with it, or they have exploited you, or they know that you've been exploited but refuse to do anything about it, or refuse to treat you with any respect or decency, or they participate. A lot of these fucking ungrateful fucking bastards that roam this fucking planet, who have mistreated you, who are in your fucking, okay, first of all, let's get this out of the way. Like me, even though yes, I am of mixed ethnicities, this is the land of which I originate. Like, fuck it, I'm native to this goddamn land. Like, before it was called America, okay? So that pisses me the fuck off. when people want me to go along with rules and I'm held to a standard of which this is not the tradition, motherfucker. And just because you guys go around and fucking do what you fucking do, doing all that bullshit, colonizing and shit, does not make it fucking at all fucking righteous. You're not fucking righteous. You're fucking narcissistic, fucking evil and trifling. And balance your shit out. And I have every fucking right to feel the way that I do, because I get upset because, yeah, it's not normal to not feel emotions. That is not normal. That is a clear indicator that you're dead as fuck. You've been programmed. You were either programmed or you just have no fucking soul. And that should alarm a normal person or someone who thinks that they're fucking normal. Evidently, you can't even think that you're fucking normal. Really? You think that being abusive and shit, like this is the type of shit that I don't know how they manifested into fucking reality, but honestly, it's never gonna work. It could never work. You expect me and others that I'm speaking to in this video, like I'm definitely an advocate for you, or with you rather, not for you, but with you. I'm an advocate and I'm a voice that uses my vessel. I'm not a cowardly fucking, I'm just not, I won't go with it. There's not enough money on the face of this planet that would make it acceptable for me to go along with and then to turn around and do the very things of which I despise. And furthermore, you guys are not fucking godly. And if you think that God, the true God or true source or energy is about that, then you really fucking can miss me and just go on ahead and turn the fucking page and turn the channel. Fucking the God, I trust God. I don't trust y'all. I could never trust you. You guys are ungodly. You don't believe in you don't trust God, because the things that y'all are into, that's not God. God, Creator, the one who gives us fucking life, is not about death. So you can miss me with that. Am I against death? Absolutely not. But you guys go around doing all that bullshit and taking people's natural rights and fucking replacing them with artificial fucking bullshit, and you can miss me. I don't care what fucking school you guys went to. Nothing is excusable for this level of audacity and level of insanity and fucking abusing people. And you think that shit's cute, you think it's funny, and you think it's acceptable, and that something gives you permission to do such a thing. You guys don't have no gratitude for nothing. There's many things that me and you guys who have turned to this page, there's many things that we're grateful for that the rest of these motherfuckers in this fucking nation don't give a fuck about. You think, and then these are the very people who try to quote unquote educate us on the things that we're supposed to appreciate as if we don't already appreciate them. You can't sit here, these fucking just there's a parasite in a fucking so-called human form. You just delirious, and it's insanity, and everybody's being misled. I mean, it's not even everybody, but okay, majority is being misled, and you guys go with it, and what the fuck, you know. I'd rather die being my true self than to live being a fake, artificial fucking punk. Coward. You're a fucking coward. That does not make you strong. Okay? And as far as protection and shit, yeah, I deserve that shit. But I mean, as far as dependability, no, I'm not going to be sitting up here making all types of fucking machinery just to fucking put up with you fucking motherfuckers. It's better fucking being dead. The fuck? Fucking bye. Check out. Check out. But anyways, my thing is is that woman, okay, you women who are triggered by the words that I rattled off, which is, okay, low self-esteem, low self-worth, pick-me's, desperate, basic, bust down, ratchet, red bone, yellow bone, light skin, team light skin, thought, hoe, whore, slut, bitch. Okay, you are none of those things. You've never been any of those things. Many of you were born very confident and almost, I'd say, in some instances, if you're coming from dysfunction or coming from, depends on your source, really, but arrogant, almost a sociopath or psychopath. And let me go over that really quick, very, very briefly. Being the so-called whatever you want to label a sociopath or a psychopath is not even a negative or a positive thing. Y'all can miss me with that. These are not even none of these words that are coming out of my mouth or anybody's mouth or written down really hold enough energy to really express just how entirely incorrect most oftentimes humans we are. We are, and by we, I'm not identifying with human. I'm just saying we as in the ones who are communicating and watching and viewing. Okay? Psychopaths, sociopaths tend to live long, and the reason why they do is because they focus on themselves, and they don't give a fuck about, most of the time, most often, they don't give a fuck. They're going to do what they ought to do. But that does not mean that a psychopath and sociopath cannot express or use empathy, by the way. And furthermore, is that just because you're a sociopath, psychopath does not mean that you are a murderer, nor does it mean that you're purely evil. Psychopath, sociopath means that they're just more invested in their self. Okay? What we've got going on here is a machine. It's a machine and parasitical, greedy, selfish, self-centered motherfuckers who have no problem exploiting each other. They'll throw their families under the bus. They don't give a fuck. You think that this is just them targeting a certain group of people? No, they'll fuck anybody over. Are you kidding me? And that's what disgusts me. And as for you women who I just, said words that either would trigger you or that you're going through an event of being triggered, or perhaps you maybe achieved being able to detach from that socially, which is great. However, being emotionally dead is not that is not what I consider to be success. That's not successful. So having more emotionless individuals roaming on this planet. Okay, you guys, okay, here's another thing, is that what do you value? Do you value currency much more than you value life itself? And that's what I've been noticing, is that it's a theme of currency, or the digital number of an enlarged number, being more important than anything else in life. Really? Okay, well, I guess I could see clearly where and why. Okay, and then as far as being upset, woman, you have every right to be fucking pissed off. As far as I'm concerned, I would journal. My suggestions and my advice would be to journal, to record yourself, to do live, you could call me, you can contact me. It doesn't matter to me. Yes, because what you have to say, or what you need to say, or whatever you need to communicate needs to be said, because those are the types. What we say has a lot to do with how the outcome of things, and holding that in is not. I think that's probably what a lot of these males' problems is they hold too much shit in, and they talk to themselves, or they talk to other men. They don't trust us women, and quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. Thing is that I'm not changing myself for anyone, and it's not even. I'm not saying that there are not things that I'm entirely perfect in every form of me, or the things that I've learned, the unhealthy things that I've learned. What I'm not saying is that I don't need to improve on things. Of course I do. I mean, if I don't need to improve on anything, then what is the point in living at all? Okay? My thing is that it's not me and my emotion that needs to be changed. It's people's actions, and that's what it has been. That's what it has been. That's what it has been. I had to say that 3 times. That's what the problem has been, is that people, okay, the participants of this shameful, disgraceful act, and the audacity to be up in... I don't take ownership over the land. Nobody truly can. People go on doing this, but nobody owns the land, okay? Nobody owns the soil. Nobody owns the sun. You don't own it. Nobody owns it, but y'all pretend like you do, and you do what you do. You ought to be fucking ashamed of yourselves, because I'm indigenous, so you fucking asshole bastard bitches can fucking miss me. Now, the only people that I don't say this to, I don't care what land you're coming from. It's not meaning that you cannot live somewhere. If ever that you need to leave one location to get to a safer one, and also furthermore, you're someone who uses, and upholds, has some type of value system of character, and isn't just going into another land to be a fucking bully and tyrant and colonizer, that's different. I would say for those people who, I mean, this is just common. Oh, I don't care what religious background, I don't care. The thing is that, it's so sad. It's like kindergarten. Okay, like seriously. They teach you this. They teach you this. They treat others how you desire to be treated. And treat others how you want to be treated. So with how people are treating us, though, do you really think that that's... No, of course they don't want to be treated that way, but they can fucking dish it out. And then they're smart enough, they're intelligent enough to go around fucking with these wonderfully... I mean, seriously, they can do really great speeches and have the whole phonetic thing just arranged so perfectly. But however, their actions are outstandingly incomparable. It's not even in the same realm. It's like so far off of the spectrum. It's just wow. It's stunningly just wow. Because what they do is not what they say is not what they do, and what they do is not what they say. Okay, which they're not, their actions are not equal to what they're saying. They may say that they're upholding justice and blah, 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 and using words like citizen and immigrants and laws and deportations and ICE and Mexican and Native and indigenous and African, all that bullshit. Okay, these is words. These are all conceptualized words, and you motherfuckers can miss me. Okay, I may not be the queen of intellect, but I know I'm not. I'm so fucking far from stupid, and I hate having to play around with you, because I'm not gonna play with you. You disgust me beyond. I mean, nothing would make you, to me, appear to be brave or cool. That shit ain't cool. What is cool about that is that you're physically capable of defeating someone, but you have to make a machine to try and destroy them. Furthermore, you go on to oppress people, rape, and fucking do all that bullshit. Molesting, targeting, all that shit. You guys fucking put all this advertising out, and you don't realize that you're basically fucking raping someone? That's exactly what you're doing, and triggering. It is triggering. And you know what? Fucking, they say, oh, well, you need to regulate your emotions. Bitch, you need to regulate what the fuck you're promoting is what you need to regulate. That shit don't make you manly, and it sure in the hell makes you so far from the humankind. There's nothing kind about you. You're parasitic, and you're fucking trifling and disgusting. Evidently, obviously, you guys burned morality a long time ago. That motherfucker disintegrated. It came back in none of you. And you fucking harvested and and recreated and brought in some more offspring of you corrupted ass motherfuckers. You can miss me. Now, as for you women who are triggered or are battling with that, girls, you can reach out to me. You're not crazy. And these motherfuckers fucking, I mean, honestly, they don't fucking even deserve you. Honestly, that's how, that's the truth of you. That's the truth of you. Yeah, like, they don't fucking deserve you. Fucking smile at yourself when you see yourself, because they really truly don't. They had to break you. Just remember that. Remember that. They could say whatever they want, and they're not even speaking to you. That's not who you are. You was never none of them things. Fucking you're not crazy, and no, you're not stupid. No, they had to do this, and then to the audacity, and to make it even of a more embarrassing and shameful act, is that for others to feel decent in this wonderful land, of which was hijacked a long fucking time before I ever got into this fucking picture, but it was hijacked. And it's ran by fucking foreigners. And the audacity. Just because you put a fucking wall there does not make it separate. It's still the same fucking landmass. So Yeah, no, I'm not illegal. And no, you cannot send me back to Africa. You can't send me back to Europe. You can't. What am I going to, like, you're going to figure out what percentages and then chop off a bit and throw it there? Fucking just disgusting. And audacity. Y'all are the fucking foreigners and immigrants. The only people who deserve to be here that are from outside of this continent, this area, landmass, the only ones is the ones who practice and implement empathy and have a basic understanding and usage of it. Okay, you don't steal every fucking thing. Okay, you don't rape people. I mean, fucking common fucking sense. You don't rape people. You don't kidnap. Okay, you don't just go and kill people for no good goddamn reason. You don't do that. I mean, hello, Trail of Tears, motherfucker. Like, seriously, don't you could all miss me. And then don't ever try and come at me like I don't have a reason to complain. And yeah, you damn right. You can go. A lot of these motherfuckers should go back to Africa with their misogynistic ass. Are you kidding me? Fuck out of here. Anyways, girl, you're not crazy. Um, I know it gets difficult because I know, just like you don't deserve that shit. If people were really so-called judged, or they've earned or deserved or whatever based on the actions they took or the things that they've done, I know, please, I've had many things taken from me. And you know what? I don't take things for granted. These people take us for granted. And they're not people. These creatures take us for granted. And they made a pretty nice penny and a good living off of ensuring that not only did you have low self-esteem, not only did you question yourself and doubt yourself, these motherfuckers have the audacity. And you know what? I see them exactly for what the fuck they are, which is nothing. Okay? And that's the way you need to see it, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just hoping that, that perhaps to assist you so you don't go through any depression or any more stress. That they don't fucking deserve a goddamn, no, not a single tear. And just know that, yep, you're all that and then some, yep. And you are beautiful and you do deserve better. Unfortunately, and the sad reality of it is that as far as your twin, okay, and by twin, I'm just speaking as far as the gender, they're fucking so corrupted that I doubt it. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just doubting it because we're emotional, and we can thank God for that. Is that we're emotional, and yeah, we do have a grand responsibility. We get to create life, not fucking them, and there's a reason for that. And they won't learn nothing. They don't want to learn nothing. And it's not that they cannot learn anything. It's just that their pride and their fucking ego and their fucked up fucking spirit ain't there. Their soul fucking gone. They're emotionless. It's like they're machines. And you might as well just see it as a huge fucking machine. I know it gets difficult because being that you're emotional, whether you're able to detach fully or not. If you're able to detach entirely, then I really question whether you have a soul. But anyways, we'll just go on to say this, is that you're dealing with a machine. They maybe they got blood, but they're still a fucking machine, okay? They're a machine. They're willing to rape, kill, steal from you, lie to you, play games with you, manipulate you, and they feel that they really, not even feel, let me not forget, they don't feel. So I guess they've convinced themselves, and they've been convinced that they need to be manipulative and exploitive in effort to exist, which is really stupid for so-called people that are supposed to be so damn smart. That is the most unintelligent conclusion. Like, that's really dumb. It's stupid. It's stupid as fuck. And I think it's, honestly, in my opinion, it's a retardation of character and moral character and authenticity. Like, fucking no, you don't need to be exploitive and manipulative and play games and play psychological mind fucks in order to achieve the things that you so-called believe that you think that you need. Nor do you need to trick people into any of that. That's really dumb. And that's the issue, is that yes, there are people like you, that's why you're here on my page, and I'm one of them. And the thing is that it's difficult, and that's why I don't really like to assimilate. Okay, I don't like to socialize, and I could never conform. Conform to what? Okay, for what? I don't want to be like everybody else, and nor could I ever be like anyone else. There is, okay, we have similarities, but we will never be the same. Your value system is different than mine, and fucking, you gotta really, people telling me to be appreciative, they don't even appreciative, they're not even appreciative of their their um their existence. Furthermore, in a land of which is fucking hijacked, and then to make matters even more embarrassing, and just entirely just goes to show that they're machines, and not, they're incapable, they're incompetent, and cannot use emotional, they don't feel. People who do things like this, creatures who do such a thing, are not at all close to humankind. Like I said, nothing kind about them. What they do is like, and for this to be accepted as normal, it's not fucking normal. There's nothing normal about that. There's nothing normal about me going to someone else's location with my band and tribe of people of all different assortments. I don't care fucking brown or fucking lacking pigmentation. It's a whole class of people who do this trash all over the place. It's not just the U.S. So you go on to someone else's fucking land of which they originate from. They've had fucking centuries of fucking living there. They originate from there. And then you're going to sit here and lie to them about who they are, and then convince them of what they are not, and then rape them, and then traumatize them, not just rape them and traumatize them, exploit them, impregnate them, do all this crap, pay them less, make them work harder, make them work longer, and then you have the audacity to sit here and be surprised when they finally realize how badly they're getting fucked, for them to even mention or hint at the fact that they're being fucked over in their own fucking land of origin. I would never find it within me. I don't care how much fucking vile things that you fucking idiots have done. Nothing makes it acceptable for me to turn around and do the very same thing to you. I cannot really come up with the words to express. However, it's none of your fucking concern as to what I would do. Okay? You're the ones who know that. The thing is that you don't have a guilty conscience. If you did, you would just discontinue entirely. And then you take it a step further. You take it a step further by meeting some demands, because God knows you fucking certainly owe them. And I'm not talking about digital currency. You could fucking miss me with that shit. None of that shit would ever be able to pay back. Bitch, you cannot pay back that type of fucking trauma that you do. And it's just like, we're all poisoned by it a little bit. Everybody is. Nobody is exempt. I wish it was so, but there's just no way of being able to be untouchable. There's no way. You don't get to grow up in such a dysfunction, whether you're a witness to it or you hear people do it, or it doesn't matter. Everybody gets affected by this one way or another, whether they would like to admit it or not, or if they even recognize it or not. However, it's unhealthy. It's not. This is not what I consider to be. So there's nothing civilized about that. I don't think we've ever had a true civilization since the awareness of this crap, where somebody can just fucking come over and do this crap. And it's a whole lot of you Africans, so-called, I don't know. Okay, this was just home. This was home. This land, okay, home. And we weren't independent, but we worked as a unit, okay? We made our own things, and people think for some reason that that's savage, that makes you a savage, or it makes you like some old-fashioned little house on the prairie or something. No, what it did is, when you allow someone else to determine what you eat and where you live and what you get to put on, and then the interest of life and the need or thriving or to set forth and do something, you've eliminated that. So you've taken the integrity out of everything, and you guys could fucking really go straight to the true hell, not this fucking shit that you put me and the rest of us through. But you could go there. It'd be wonderful. I want you to go to my hell, okay? Not your shit. Anyways, so I say this is that how dare you motherfuckers call us women lazy, okay? There may be some females who are lazy, but they're not women. Not a single one of them are women. There may be some females, but not women. Know the difference. Furthermore, if I choose to sit on my fat ass after all the fucking shit that I've done and how much you guys were paying me, oh hell no, fuck you. I don't feel bad about it. Are you kidding me? Seriously? That's just wow, it's outstanding. You want me to do twice the work, 3 times the work, work longer, and then still pay me, and yet fucking yeah, of course you want people, of course you would love, that's a sweet fucking deal. It's just so, the exploitation is just incredibly ridiculous. And fuck you, no matter what hue of my skin or what gender I am and what sexual organs I have, nothing excuses you, and nothing would make this at all practical. There's nothing about it makes you a better, or and far from it would you ever be considered superior. But again, they don't. Women know this is that they do not uphold and practice honesty or integrity. They use those words, but they it's the hypocrisy entirely too thick, and they really have no fucking true qualifications to make them the representors or distributors of this unjust, and it's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment on the behalf of intellect and on behalf of development and life. Fucking, you're an embarrassment. What you guys have done is an embarrassment, and you may have been able to contribute some decent things, and even in the midst of your corruption, you've got some qualities and skills about you that are pretty cool. But other than that, when you go to the scales and then try to balance out this pro and con, the con is so it's outstanding, and it outweighs the pro. So fuck no, I'm not no weaker sex, you fucking ungrateful bitch. And furthermore, how dare you motherfuckers, a lot of you men need to shut the fuck up talking about me having to work for another man. Excuse you, your mother fucking pushed your ass out, and don't you ever fucking forget that, as if that's not good enough fucking, that's not a good enough contribution as the one that you're the fucking one who creates the fucking society members. You assholes really, really fucking piss me off, okay? Try that shit on someone who actually really believes you, because I certainly don't. And you've pissed me off. You take us for granted. Don't tell me what I take for granted. Don't tell us what we take for granted. Well, no, you're not crazy. You can try to communicate with me. Don't believe the hype. They're trying to trigger you. And you know what? If you need to be triggered and say what you gotta say, do what you've gotta do, and then just move on, okay? Move on, and just know that, yep, I'm that and this. So I'm like, don't let them fucking get to you. Anyway, bye for now.